Morning, friends and family. Welcome to the Morning Devotional. This morning we're talking about Jesus, the carpenter's son. In Matthew 13:55, it says, "Is this not the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, and his brothers James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas?" And as I was reflecting on that, I just had a couple of thoughts. You can read the devotional, but I had a couple of thoughts that I wanted to share with you. First off was Jesus builds in the natural and the supernatural, in the material and the spiritual. He built the universe. It says in Colossians 1:16 and 17 that Jesus created all things, whether in heaven or on earth, visible or invisible. Here's how the passage reads. It says, "For by him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things were created by him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together." What Jesus created, then, he sustained. So, in him, all things are held together. Um, Today, I think we could say that Jesus is building on us, on every Christian. There's no person who cannot be improved on by the work of Jesus in their life. We're his hands, and we're under construction. We are in his hands, and we are under construction all the time. Uh, and his plan is to make us more like him. We can understand him better as we get to know who he is, and even just thinking about him as a person who did earthly construction. It's just amazing to think that he worked with his hands. He not only spoke the world into existence, and he had the power to do that, and yet he came and he worked with his hands. He just used his hands to build things. It's pretty amazing to think about how that happens and how that happened. Um, and another thing I thought of in 2 Timothy 2:15, it says, "Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved, a workman who does not need to be ashamed." We need to work as if we were working for Jesus, as we were working for God. Um, it says in Proverbs 22:29, "Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will serve before kings. He will not serve before obscure men." Skilled here, as the way it's used here, means like to be diligent and quick and ready. Skilled workers are quick and ready and diligent. They're ready to do the right thing at the right time, no matter what the boss asks of them. Skilled workers impact their surroundings in positive ways, and they provide goods and services that the world needs. Uh, did you know this? Do you think about this ever? That your your labor brings glory to God. Every day when you go to work, think about that. Those of you who are not having work right now because of the pandemic, because of things that we've lost, I find myself in that situation. Look to the Lord for help in doing what you need to do. Um, do this well. Um, Look to Him. Look to bring Him glory in the midst of the chaos of this world. Look to bring Him glory in everything you do. And in the end, He'll say to us, to you and me, in Matthew 25:21, He says, "Well done, good and faithful servant." That's my desire. That's my desire as I think about um, what He wants to do in my life. That at the end of my life, He'll say, "Well done, good and faithful servant," not just in my Christian life, not just in the job that I do every day, but how I handle stress, how I handle relationships in my life. It's totally about all of life. Um, in the end, will He say to you? Will He say to me? My hope is that He will say to me and to say to you, "Well done, good and faithful servant." But as we go about life, as we go about thinking about what He's doing in our lives and the circumstances around us, let's totally focus on giving Him glory in everything that we do. Every heartbeat, every focus, no matter how hard they are, let's focus on giving Him the glory. And let's see what happens. Jesus was a carpenter. He built things with his hands. He showed us what it means to work even in this world. He showed us what it means to have a relationship with the Father. He showed us what it means how to work. He showed us what it means to die well, and in the end, have God say, well done. He's our example. Let's follow it today. Be blessed, journey well, follow Jesus' example. Have a great day.